done with.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition?
I'm here.
Bone face.
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself, you.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you can do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, but the PS5 though, like it just.
I know.
Oh, damn, y'all beautiful though, but.
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh,
bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, but I need a PS5.
God.
My nigga.
Y'all, so this dude came in my DM yesterday. He was like, "You're pretty, I'm trying to get to know you." He literally sent me $1,000 just to get to know me. And y'all literally sit here and think I'm gonna get to know y'all for free when somebody just paid me $1K for him to get to know me? Be so for real.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not, no.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I got a question for you. Do you have car insurance?
100%. No reason.
All right. Do you have homeowners insurance?
100%.
Do you have life insurance?
100%.
Do you have medical insurance?
100%.
Did you get tired of your insurance agent talking about the possibilities of you losing your life and being rewarded? Hold on for a second. I know, but don't be a butt person. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You have insurances. Although it's a very uncomfortable situation, and life insurance people who sell it tend to be scumbags. They tend to be looked at as scumbags, like, I don't want to have this conversation about me dying, but you surely will die. So you better have the conversation. The reality is, yes, it's a very tough conversation. I have to spend a lot of time talking about it. It's very difficult. However, there needs to be some insurance, and there's no insurance, and so we must talk about it.
He ain't lying.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, "Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you." She said, "Okay, I think I can take it." So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
What up, y'all? It's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Let me adjust my seat so I can get into this driver's seat and get it right. Salute to everybody who checked in. Everybody who want to drop off, fuck you. It's all good. But anyway, let me give a salute to my homeboy XL Pro. He's the only one in the chat right now, but it's all good. He says, like, share, subscribe, $, Cali West, 1, salute. Yeah. Now, I guess might as well go straight to the situation. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of wanted a few more heads to come on a little bit before I just start, talking my shit. But it's all good. You feel me? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Is there something that I'm missing tonight? I don't know. But if I ain't here, tuned into the show, shit, y'all missing out on a lot more. But anywho, so yeah. From the title of this video tonight, will black women ever accept that rich men are not monogamous? Yo Gotti and Angela Simmons break up.
Emotional damage.
Now, I must say, it's not like I didn't see that shit from a mile away. I mean, I already kind of knew that relationship was destined to fail. I'm probably not the only content creator who probably maybe mentioned this. But, main reason why I kind of felt that it wasn't going to work is because whenever a man is harping on trying to get with a chick, and it's to the point that even though he was a celebrity, she was treating him like a fan, it's never going to turn out right if a relationship, ever does happen. Because, we all know that Angela Simmons, even though she might be the daughter of Reverend Run, she still had a very long list of dating history. And mind you, Yo Gotti he came up with Down with a DM in 2015. Angela Simmons didn't get with him until 8 years later in 2023, bro.
You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time. Dang. And took her breath some more.
We all know that's what happened. That 8 years, Yo Gotti, of course, Yo Gotti, he was probably doing his thing, of course. But still, he said, I got a crush on Angela Simmons. And he said, I'm going to let the world know. And it took 8 years. 8 years for him to get that punani. But, it's a man who want to, what's the word? Idolize women or, simps. They're going to want to put the putty on the pedestal. Because, when Yo Gotti, when Angela Simmons finally was like, after 8 years, was like, call me, Yo Gotti was like,
a win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
And hey, I understand that, he wanted to, get up in that, what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, Angela Simmons is still a good looking chick. But I don't know. It'll just all be sour grapes for me because she done dated plenty of cats, plenty of ninjas before Yo Gotti. As a matter of fact, we can even talk about him for a second. Hold on. Matter of fact, while I'm gonna do that, let's go to a little let me cut on this little video in the meantime. Where's it at? Oh, here we go.
Was talking about smashing on the first date. I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm just one of those free people who is just like, I don't do the fuck with America. I'm like, child, I done smashed on many first dates, and they became my men. All that waiting 6 months to smash for what? Well, and you gonna wait 6 months? You done fell in love with this man, and then y'all not even sexually compatible with each other? Can you imagine? I done wasted 6 months of my time dating this person, planning dates, talking on the phone for hours at night, FaceTime and this and that, and y'all finally had sex and then y'all not sexually compatible? Cause it can happen. It's happened. Like it's all that. I don't know. That's off topic, but yeah, I'm going against the grain on everything. Smash on the first date, do it. Living with somebody before marriage, do it. Do all that. Yeah. You smash on the first date.
I didn't used to. I used to be like, nah, I'm gonna wait. Like,
but now being an older woman,
yeah, older.
Yes.
When you're younger and you're like, you might not call me back, and I just, just fuck this man. Like, never gonna hear from his ass again.
Baby, he's calling you back. Trust me.
Bruh.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Yo, let's just keep it a buck. Do you not think that Angela Simmons was still not doing the same thing that this box-headed baby was doing? And I ain't gonna lie, she was attractive. She looked like she got some thick thighs and some nice little hips on her. But that bitch is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shit, she don't give a fuck about one night stands. And I hate to tell y'all this, fellas, most women don't. You feel me? You know? Now, with that being said, and then Yo Gotti got with her in 2023, bro. You know what I'm saying? After he told the whole world that he wanted her, and she still didn't give him no play. That's just crazy, bro. Insane. As a matter of fact, we got another video on that same subject matter. Hold up. Is this it? Oh, here we go.
You and a couple of other females with the lashes. What is it with women with lashes? What is it?
I don't know. Like, what you're wearing a piece that's exemplifying your everything about you. So
For sure.
that's what I'm doing. I'm just wearing a piece that's exemplifying my beauty. So
Nah, trust me, sweetheart, you beautiful.
yeah.
So I'm not. I just I think that a lot of times women, when they're wearing the lashes, I think they're wearing it for themselves and not knowing what a man really likes. And a man really likes supernatural. But
I'm the type of person where,
bruh, these chicks are unbelievable. But anyway, with that being said, I appreciate that. I had to take care of a couple of things. Kind of got in here a little late. You know what I'm saying? Had to cut on the AC because it's hotter than a motherfucker. I told y'all I'll be working like a 12-hour shift, and your boy did not be having on air set control and all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Shit. It's hard out here. Patrick Saint says salute to Cali West and the chat. Thanks for coming in, my G. Then J Flow says Jam in Ram City. Salute Cali West, XL Pro, and the chat. And then JJ Diesel, Cowboy Traveler 79 Smith says, good evening, Cali West in the chat. I appreciate all y'all boys for tuning in tonight. Now, back to Angela Simmons, man. Like, go figure. You know what? Before we talk about this whole Angela Simmons situation, or before I expound on it, right? Because we need to hear what she got to say, right? But before we hear what she got to say, we're going to hear what your boy Cali West got to say. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So what I do want to bring up is Angela Simmons' dating history. All right. because this is very important, right? Okay. Let's see here. Where is it at? Oh, boom. I bet. So y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? All right. So I'm about to show y'all Angela Simmons' dating history. Oh shit, a man support man. He came through too. Salute to the coach gang. Man support man says salute to Cali West and everyone in the chat. I appreciate y'all boys for y'all coming in, to filling up the chat and giving me y'all support, man. So I ain't gonna hold y'all all night. But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do our thing. And with that being said, let me share this screenshot for y'all boys. Okay? We're gonna talk about Angela Simmons' dating history. Yeah, we sure is. Oh shit, am I still small on the screen? Oh shit, my bad, y'all. Or did I do that right now? Okay, let me get the Muslim brother off or whatever. Okay. Yeah. We sharing screens. There we go. So boom. So of course, we all know the obvious, right? We all know that, you know what I'm saying, she's dating Yo Gotti. We all know that, right? We know this. Everyone knows this. All right? That was her last relationship in 2023. But boom. But boom, boom, boom. Angela Simmons and Daniel Jacobs, July 2020 to December 2020. So basically, this boxer was boxing the shit out of her box for about 6 months, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then this bitch went the fuck and got the fuck on. Oh, this young lady. And it was so crazy too. I should just be a little bit more polite how I, talk about her, because I am actually a Run DMC fan. As a matter of fact, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Run DMC is actually how I got into rap music in 1984, 85 anyway. But shit, I still remember having a video of I actually had you know how people used to dub like music videos? Yo, I still remember I got for my birthday a whole VHS copy of Run DMC videos. And it was really from Priority Records too, because not Priority, Def Jam. It was an official VHS from Run DMC, bro. Anyway, that has nothing to here nor there. Let's talk about this chick here. All right, and her loose ways. So mind you, so she's all up with this cat, right? I'm not even going to discuss what happened, but look, Angela Simmons and Khalil Mack, July 2018 to October 2018. Y'all notice the trend that her relationships span to be like a few months, only like no longer than 6 months, 4 to 6 months. Bruh. You already know, bruh. Sheesh. Hey, you already know what's going on, bruh.
You want to put that pussy on me, put it on me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Angela, all right, hold up. Let me go on the screen. I'm just going to list the names, bro. Look, this is this. Angela Simmons and Serge Ibaka, January 2018 to February 2018. God damn, bro. 1 month. Angela Simmons and Sutton Tennyson, December 2015 to October 2017. See, they left a bit. That's not even that much of a big gap, is it? Yo, y'all know that in between this time, she was probably dating no-name niggas. A few no-name niggas was fucking beating the brakes out that.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Angela Simmons and Sutton Tennyson, December 2015 to October 2017. Okay. Other than Yo Gotti, that has been her longest relationship. And let me ask a question. Is Sutton Tennyson the dude that got shot? Is that her baby daddy? Oh, yeah, listen to this. According to Simmons, She and her ex-fiance met in a jewelry store in 2015. The two shocked the world and announced their engagement in 2016 after news broke out that Simmons was with child despite her wanting to save herself for marriage. Yo. I remember that. You wanted to save yourself for marriage, but then you got with a drug dealer. Okay. All right. So it says, let's see here. Just 2 months later, a woman came forward alleging that she and Tennyson's mistress and supposedly gave the website Familess evidence proving that they were a secret item. And then on September 22nd of 2016, Simmons gave birth to a baby son, Joseph Tennyson, and the three were ready to go into the new year together. However, things didn't go as planned. December 2017, Simmons confirmed calling it quits with her ex-boo, while Simmons never gave death in a death reason surrounding their breakup. She did say, "I am going to accept you for who you are. You can't change people." In 2017, the Breakfast Club interview. Now, listen to this. It says, tragedy struck Angela Simmons' household on November 4th when the news broke out that Tennyson had passed away outside of his house due to multiple gunshots. He was only 37. Mind you, she's 37 now. After the news broke out, Simmons wrote up a sweet message to her son's father on Instagram thanking him for leaving behind my greatest gift. Simmons publicly discussed her journey of grief during growing up hip-hop Atlanta. Angela Simmons and Morgan O'Connor, May 2015 to October 2015. You know who that is, right? Well, listen to this. And then it says, listen to this. Angela Simmons and Brandon Jennings, March 2013 to May 2013. God damn it, bruh. Sheesh. Yo, man, bruh. Shit, she might have had more hoes than me, and I'm a dude, yo. Shit. It says, listen to this. And then it says, it says, while Simmons never responded to Taylor's tweet, Jennings' first child's mother, Sequoia Winter, said she had an issue with Simmons in the episode of Growing Up Hip Hop in 2018 when she claimed Simmons dated her child's father around the same time Winter had their now son. Wow. Wow, bruh. Andrew Simmons and Romeo Miller, 2012 rumor. Oh, shit. Yo, I mean, I kind of heard something about this, but I don't know. It says, listen to this. Romeo dated Andrew Simmons allegedly for 3 months in 2012. However, their relationship ended quickly, and the two were still good friends. They even had fans wishing for romantic reconciliation. Now, it says after years of speculation, the two finally spoke out and denied any romantic relationship between them, making it known that they are merely close friends. Their friendship started to burn down after Simmons acknowledged Miller's failed to promise her where he would step up in her life following the tragic loss of Sutton Tennyson. Simmons discussed their broken friendship on Growing Up Hip Hop as well as during a 2019 interview for the Breakfast Club, where she said, "To me, he didn't step up at all. I don't expect anyone to do nothing for me. That's fine. Like, he didn't step up." What the fuck, bruh? Bruh. It sounds like you talking shit. Like, if you don't expect anyone to do anything, then guess what? If he didn't do anything for your ass, why the fuck you mad, bruh?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. What happened was your hand got caught in the cookie jar. That's what it was. He was giving out everybody on the block. Everybody was getting cookie. Everybody was getting a piece of your cookie except Romeo Miller. And you know what? I hate to say this. The way he kind of low-key kind of backdoored his pops, bruh. Yo, I can kind of say, Romeo Miller, the way he was kind of acting like a little bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was it, 2 years ago? You know, towards your dad. That was kind of a bitch mood, bruh. So, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she seen something in you that she didn't like. But either way, her monkey ass tried to come back and try to circle the block And his ass was like, Lil Romeo was like, what did Lil Romeo say? I think Lil Romeo said,
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Yeah, man. Fuck that. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You nobody's second best, bro. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck who the fuck he is. I ain't nobody's second best. Peep this. And I can honestly say in real life, peep this. I could never even be mad at a female if she want to go get with a dude who's better than me. You know? Who's built better than me. You know what I'm saying? Bigger dick than me. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I do have the stomach for this shit. Now, with that being said now, what's ironic is just that, you know, I mean, you know, just because you might accept that a woman might want to be with another dude, doesn't mean that you have to accept being second best. When it doesn't work out, look, bitch, you missed out twice. You know, you missed out on the dude you really wanted, and you missed out on the dude that you put, you know, that you played second best. Unfortunately, in this case, for you know, now even though Romeo stepped up and even though regardless of my feelings, towards Lil Romeo, he was still man enough to not be with her. Hey, unfortunately, Yo Gotti, he didn't think the same way. JJ Dita says my dog Leslie is acting spoiled as usual. LOL. Kimberly Reese says Angela was not a virgin. LOL. Right. And then JJ Dita says LOL again at Cali West. And then JJ Dita says Angel Seaman. LOL. Sheesh. Then Kimberly Reese says, oh, Romeo, give me one more chance. LOL. Right. Basically. And then JJ Dita says apparently Angela got a big stomach for Seaman. LOL. Yo, man, shit, yo. Angela Simmons got around like Tupac, bruh. Yo, we thought J-Lo was something, you know what I'm saying? We thought Megan Thee Stallion was something. Yo, Angela Simmons been with a bunch of cats, bruh. And be this, let's not even talk about the times that, you know, she had a little hookup. Because trust me, you know, these celebrities, you don't think they be hooking up with each other? Oh, best believe they be hooking up with each other on the low. And some of them don't even get to go out in the public. All right. Yeah. Now, I'm going to pull up another thing why, you know, there's a couple rumors why they broke up. And I'm going to tell y'all why I believe they broke up in a moment after I play this quick little skit video for y'all. Because, you know, people are speculating. 17th and 0. Oh, shit. He comes too. And he says, what's up, Cali West? What's up, G? Thanks for tuning in. Where's that video at? That I need to show y'all. Oh, today's the 18th. Oh, here we go. Oh. What's that video? It's here. Oh, okay. So it's just gonna disappear when I need it. And it's about Yo Gotti. I come from a long line of dope brothers. Oh man, what the hell is it, man? Damn, man, I hate when that shit happens. I'm gonna find that shit.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you. Gone far across the distance and spaces between us, you have come to show you gone. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart doesn't go.
Yo, what the fuck, yo? That's crazy.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Man, yo, they put motorcycles on that little ass shit, bruh. Nigga, oh hell no.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Oh man, that sucks, man. I can't find the shit I was gonna show y'all. Where's it at? Man, hold up. Oh, here we go.
Yo Gotti broke his silence on his split with Angela Simmons. Shawty says she wanna wait till marriage. I'm already married to the money. She couldn't understand. Yo Gotti allegedly reveals, if we quite recall, he had a crush on Angela and made a song about it. He eventually won her over and the two dated for a while. Sources are saying Angela Simmons broke up with Yo Gotti because it seems like she was doing more for the relationship and wasn't getting much of his time due to his busy schedule. Did Yo Gotti stand on business by not wanting a woman who put Jesus above their relationship? Or not?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Man. Yo. You know what's crazy? Her daddy is Reverend Run, who's an actual real reverend. When did she care about the Lord ever since any of her relationships? That whole laundry list of men that she dated and she slept with. Where did she care about Jesus or God in any of that, bruh? Man, nah, that ain't what it was, bro.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Let me read this comment section because I really appreciate y'all. Now, JJD says I meant Angela Simmons was laughing too hard when I typed it in the first time. Oh, I meant Angela Seaman. Wow, okay. I think I said that before. Angela Simmons got a nice body and all, but she looks like too much like Rev Run for me, though. Ah, damn. You know what's so funny? I be forgetting that her be her pop sometimes. Because, yo, maybe, you know what? I'm sure you probably do see some similarity, but I'm glad I don't really see it that much. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what? But here's the thing, though. Her body's not even as tight as it used to. Like, I think she's a good-looking chick. And her body is okay. You know, I think she could tighten up a little bit. But for what it's worth, it has nothing to do with her looks. It's more about just, the fact that you just kind of know that she just basically chose everybody else before Yo Gotti. And then she got Yo Gotti. That's kind of fucked up. That was always my argument. You know what I'm saying? My only argument was, you made it known that you wanted her, and she gets you in a friend zone for 8 years and then finally got with you. Bruh. Hell nah, bruh.
Emotional damage.
Now, J Flow is like LOL. 17 notes says, I guess she's not a 5-star bitch no more. Sheesh. What else? Now, Kimberly Reese says that's an excuse. Facts. Now, 17th and else says she's been getting past like the collection plate. She just never really liked him like that, and her options was low. Oh no, we're gonna get into that in a moment. Because I could be honest with you, y'all. It's not everything is not what it seems. A matter of fact, it appears that Yo Gotti basically had the last laugh. Y'all can be like, damn, Gotti, why y'all say that? Just based off of what Angela Simmons says. Matter of fact, why should I tell it? Why don't we hear from the horse's mouth? Now, before I go into it, I'm going to read this couple chats and I'm going to play this video because Angela Simmons and Angela Martinez had an interview earlier today. 17 says women lie, men lie, but numbers don't lie. And then JJ Diesel Cowboy says you got the hierarchy wrong. It's God Almighty, Yeshua, Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit, men, women, and children. The system has brainwashed a lot of women in the country. Facts. So with that being said, we're gonna go on to their interview now. That's what we're gonna show.
Who you talking to? God, I've said that 1,000 times.
Yeah, when it's a boy too, you like, you gotta like get over here. You can't do that.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, she's a good looking chick, but so we're supposed to believe that. See, here go that bullshit again. We're supposed to believe that a woman can raise a man, but okay, Angela. Hopefully, you get to that Yo Gotti shit in a minute. Hold on, where's it at? There we go. That's what everybody's here for. Everybody don't care about that. We want to hear about Yo Gotti.
Yeah, you should. Yes.
Like if you're dating, I'm dating, whatever. Like you doing your thing. You feel me? So I was just like, I'll date.
But it was a while before love. Then you had another relationship.
Yeah.
Very public relationship. That people, it was weird because you guys shared a lot, but you didn't share a lot. Like we saw photos and we saw it happen and people were invested because he kind of manifested it in a way.
Yeah, I think.
Yo. So, just so this could be fair use, I'm not just going to just play it all the way through. But one thing I do want to mention is, if you look at her face, right, and just look how she was glowing, this chick right here, well, she might not be crazy about Yo Gotti, but she likes the situation. She likes the setup. She likes being with Yo Gotti. She liked the attention. She liked the fact that, that she was, adored, right? She does like that, right? So let's continue.
When it comes to me in relationships, there's a lot of times people don't even see who I date, right? And with that one, it just felt special enough to share. You know what I mean? I think we both on the same page. And then it's like, I don't believe you have to give it all to show that you're together, but it just felt right.
You were having fun too, it seemed like. You having fun with it.
For sure. I think, it felt right. And like it didn't, like we both have our own thing going on. It's like, cool, like both these worlds came together. It's cool, like we can share it.
And you've been quiet lately. Are you guys together still or no?
No. I'm not with him.
No.
Uh-oh. Hold up.
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
You see how she's just trying to play it off, roll it off. Well, that's the thing. Look, at this point, a lot of people were already. Look, a lot of black people. All right, let's be real. Black people were praising this relationship, right? But anyone in the red pill space or red pill adjacent, or anybody who knows the dynamics of relationships, they knew that this is not going to work out to the best. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about if, it's about when, right? What we didn't realize was it appears that it's not really Angela Simmons who really did not want to be with them. It's just the fact that Angela Simmons was upset because she couldn't have it her way. See, she thought it was one way, but it was the other way. That's what it was. Shout out to Yo Gotti. See, what had happened was Yo Gotti, got this, this little light-skinned chick named Glorilla. And, a lot of people will say, well, Glorilla's not as good looking as Angela Simmons, but guess what? Glorilla is about 13 years younger, right? She don't have the baby weight, and she's his artist. And he's been putting a lot of time and energy into her to the point that he got her singing with Kirk Franklin at that BET Awards. Even though I kind of thought that was some bullshit, hey, You think Yo Gotti give a fuck what Kanye West said about him and her and fucking Kirk Franklin? That nigga chose the fucking money, bro. Hey, but yo, just from the little pictures, bro, he might be getting a little bit of that honey too, bro. Yo, no cap, bro. No cap.
She wanna put that pussy on me, put it on me.
Probably wouldn't be the best business decision, but man, there's a possibility, yo, that they done got it in. You feel me? But you know, word on the street is she doesn't feel like she's getting the attention that she should be getting. And let's just be real, y'all. Yo Gotti probably also realized that, you know, here's the thing. He probably realized, you know, it's like sour grapes. It's like, you know, you buy some grapes at the grocery store because they look really, really good. But when you get home, you end up realizing the grapes, they're sour. It don't matter whether you let them, you know, sit them out in a, you know, it don't matter whether you put them in a freezer or let them out, sit them out. They're still going to be sour grapes, right? I think Yo Gotti realized that he has sour grapes. It's like, okay, he kind of wanted to be with her because, you know, sex with her probably is pretty good and stuff, right? And he probably wanted to do it too because he probably know that he was probably getting a lot of kudos from the black woman, right? But was he gonna go above and beyond for her? Not probably as much as she probably wanted to. Like, he probably didn't mind spending money because, hey, when a man, like, hey, that's kind of one of the perks about men having money. When you have money, you know, the money kind of compensates for a lot of other things. Unfortunately, his money couldn't change the fact that, you know, maybe he might fuck a bitch or two, you know what I'm saying, when he's out of town. You know, the fact that he has money doesn't change the fact that he has to continue still making the money, right? And maybe, you know, there was a few times where he was like, baby, just stay home. You know what I'm saying? I got to go back to Memphis, but I don't want you to go to Memphis. I just want you to stay in New York or LA for now. And, you know, shit. And listen to what she says next. Listen to what she says next. Because that's very, very important.
Yeah. Not my choice, but, you know, I respect him. It's all love. Like,
it's not your choice?
I wouldn't have chose it, but it was what was best. But I wouldn't have chose it, no.
What are you saying to me right now, Angela Simmons?
I'm saying that I'm a lover. I love love. I love relationships.
This man proclaimed that he wanted to get with Angela Simmons. This man like pursued you. He proclaimed it in front of everybody that he wants Angela Simmons. So you're not telling me that he ended. Did he end the relationship or did?
No, it was my choice. You know, I had to make a decision, but I think there's a certain level of like what I can share and would share publicly. You know what I mean? And I can publicly say that I'm not with him anymore. But as far as like details, I would just never.
It's not your style.
Nah, like I'm just not that girl. Like I'm just not that girl ever to share that much more. Like other than like, yeah.
So essentially, what she's saying in Womanese essentially is she gave Yo Gotti an ultimatum. And he didn't go for that shit. He didn't go for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I guess after you've been simping for a chick for fucking 8 to 10 years, man, after a while, man, look, after a while, yo, we are in the simp pandemic. Even the greatest simps of all simps cannot continue to simp in this climate, bruh. Because he knows he knows when he could go up on the internet and he could see the dudes that was putting penile all up in his female, man. Oh my God, bruh.
Emotional damage.
Woo-wee.
It's an evil world we live in.
You got a girl. Drop her.
Let me read some comments before I go back to this video real quick and show y'all some love, just like how y'all showing me some love. Yo, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel and to this video. Now, 17L says she's about to be another K Michelle talking about raising a man. Exactly. JJ Diesel says not to mention the generational failure since this country was stolen from the natives. Then 17th and 0 says it might be another baby and Tony Braxton on and off situation. We'll see. I guess we gonna. Hey, I guess time will tell, right? That's a good point. 17-0 says she thought it was a Burger King situation. Have it your way. I don't know if y'all ever seen The Wire before, but remember in The Wire, Marlo said to the security guard, "Oh, you want it one way, but it's the other way." JJ says, "I don't think that's much better. I blocked her on Facebook when she sent me a friend request. LOL." Who's talking about Glorilla again?
You sound so bullshit. All of it.
I remember you said that she added you on Facebook, Cowboy Cecil. And it was funny. It probably was really her page too, shady. You know, I don't know whether it was really her doing it behind it, but it could have definitely been her organizational team trying to get her rounds in. Now, oh shit, there's more comments. Jesus. 17 said Glorilla is locally convenient for him in Memphis. That too. Jada Diesel says she doesn't want love. She just wants a lot of semen. LOL. Damn, JJ Diesel. Hey, JJ Diesel is not fucking playing tonight. Sheesh.
What kind of shit is that?
And then 17 says he ended it. Okay, that's a good love. Well, essentially he did. Like, I mean, she gave him an ultimatum and he was like, I'm not gonna do it. Essentially he did end it. 17 says till he wants to later pick her back up. We gonna see. Hey, here's the thing though, man. You know what I end up realizing with the red pill? Okay. I think I went red pill maybe 2016, 2017. I think 2017 after that bad breakup, right? 2016, 2017. No, 2017. After a bad breakup, I went I went red pill, or I started going on my red pill journey. And one thing I could definitely say was, you know, when you start learning about this red pill stuff, no, I ain't gonna lie. When I learned about this red pill stuff, it was like the clouds departed. I never seen the sky more bluer. I never seen the grass more greener when I learned about this red pill shit. Yo, like, I don't know. Is it just me, y'all? But when you learn about this red pill shit, you was just like, I'm gonna have all the bitches, right? It was like, man, I'm about to go get all my ex-girlfriends back, set them all straight, and I'm gonna all have them back, right? Man. One thing you're realizing is, even though you might be a little bit more knowledgeable and you can more handle that ex who dissed you or that ex who disrespected you, unfortunately, the horse has already got out of the stable. Unfortunately, there's no men in that. No matter how alpha you come back, an ex who is disrespecting you, she just will never disrespect you. And that's another thing. That's a beautiful thing about the red pill too. Is when you start learning more about, you know, being red pill about life, you end up realizing those women are not even worth going back to. Now, with that being said, I can't believe that, you know, your God might try to go back up on her. You know what I'm saying? She don't have nobody else by that time. But, you know, if he does, she's going to hold him to the same standard that she had before. She's going to want him. She's going to be all in the video or all in the pictures. She's going to want to be all in the Rolls Royce taking pictures. She's going to want to go on the shopping sprees. You know, most women, you know what I'm saying, unless they're truly, truly desperate, are not going to come back and take your crumbs. So we'll see. 17 says LOL or ha 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 at JJ Cowboy Diesel at what he said. And then JJ Diesel says it was 2018 when I went red pill. Now I am brown pill. That's a mixture of red pill and a black pill. Me, I guess I can have my own little niche of it. I call it the gray pill. Because now, see, the red pill, has wised you up about the world because the red pill as we know it is probably dead, but to me the red pill will never be dead because the red pill is not just about women and making women feel shame. It's about giving men knowledge because guess what? I hate to say this. Yeah. Coach Greg Adams brought up a good point. He brought up the fact that this red pill thing is now mainstream now. And it's like nerds and goofies and like normies basically talking these red pill talking points. And they're the ones getting the accolades and they're the ones getting the money off this shit, right? But the truth is, the one thing that we got that those normies don't have is experience, which, CGA has a lot of, but a lot of these people, don't really have true experience. Just because someone's a celebrity doesn't mean that they're good with women. As a matter of fact, what I realize is that a lot of these celebrities and a lot of these rappers were not as pimpish as we once thought. Now, with that being said, let's go back to this Angela Simmons situation. And let's hear what more she got to say about her breakup with Mr. Yo Gotti.
We're not together.
Yeah, and he's not really that type either. So
yeah, that's my vibe though. Like I said, like I could have probably been in and out of like 4 or 5 other relationships people would have never known and got my feelings hurt or not or whatever, and I just wouldn't speak on it because some stuff is just better left unsaid. I feel like. So.
You know what else is left unsaid and untold? Hey, y'all heard her say it, not me. Y'all heard her say that she could have been in 4 or 5 different relationships and we would not have known. You know what she's essentially admitting to, y'all? She's basically admitting to
that all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time. Dang. And took her breath some more.
So I just leave things alone.
It's just that it was so public.
I know.
That's the hard part. Do you regret that in a way or no?
No.
Because now there's curiosity.
I know.
Now people want to know what happened.
I know.
But I understand that.
I just again like much love and respect to him and just like he's doing his thing. I'm happy for him.
Ran its course.
Yo, she is a scoring chick, bro. Yo, I mean, like, she's not truly scorned, but this chick right here, man, yo, this is literally the 2025 version of Trading Places, bro. See, yo, the roles literally reversed. Hey, look like Yo Gotti, man, got his little swag back, bro. Yo, she still want him back, bro. Yo, if you just listen to what she says, she clearly wants this guy back. She wants him, she wants him to go back to simping, but he might not go back to simping. See, here's the thing. One thing is, once you release a simp, sometimes, a lot of times, simps smarten up. They might still be simps for another chick, but sometimes they smarten up to the bullshit, man. Shit, when she broke up with him, how many people was probably in his ear like, man, I don't like that bitch anyway. Yo, what about all his homeboys and his friends and people who was really cool with him when they broke up? They was like, man, we didn't want you with her anyway.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
And that's the thing too. Once you have your dream girl, and then you don't smell her boo boo, like went to the bathroom, was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? You don't smell her boo boo, you know what I'm saying? You don't seen her bleeding like a pig, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that husbands have to grow into, okay? Like, Man, you never know, man. Angela Simmons, man, she probably took a nasty dump one day, and your guy was like, "Yo, who killed a fucking rat in my fucking bathroom?" And he was like, "Oh shit, Angela." Yo, you be so surprised, yo. Hey man, just think about it. No matter how beautiful a woman is to you, yo man, you're gonna get used to her, man. They say behind every beautiful woman, there's a man who's tired of fucking her. I truly believe Yo Gotti is like, he don't mind fucking her, but he ain't about to bend over backwards for this bitch. Now after this bitch had a laundry list of niggas, bro. This nigga was like, man, that nigga, you know what I'm saying? That nigga was probably, she probably told him about how he been slipping, and he was probably like,
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
you never know, G.
Ran its course. Well, that season is past.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there heartbreak involved?
You know, my feelings were involved.
Your feelings, yeah.
Yeah. It is hard. I feel like for me with relationships, because I get really invested and I'm like in. When I'm in love, I'm in love. Like, which means like I'm staying with you. But yeah, my feelings, it didn't feel good to not be with him.
What is that coming to an end unto you, or what have you learned about love? Or
I mean, you just never know. I'm a lover. I love love, and I've been in relationships where I think, this is it, we're getting married, and then I'm not married. So here I am, and then life can be just really unpredictable, I think.
Uh-oh.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
Stop the cap.
Now, 17th and 0 says, I am to the point where I just can't see myself investing myself into a serious relationship because I know it won't last long. I just got the tolerance or patience for it. He said, I just ain't got the tolerance or patience for it anymore. Hey, I totally agree. I'm actually in the same situation too, except I have a different look at it. Now that I'm a little bit older now, I truly believe that when you're dealing with somebody, right, even if it's temporary, I truly believe both parties involved should get something out of it. The woman might get some dick, maybe a couple of dollars, or at least maybe a good time, a great experience. And sometimes we have to kind of take it for what it is, you feel me? Because guess what? I'm not telling you to believe in love, but it's like, just think about it. What if you met a chick and she was like, I don't know, 25, 26, she wasn't an angel, but she's co-signing to your shit. She's trying to be under your wings. She's trying to see what's up with you. You never know, man. It could always spring up to something. I'm not telling you to harp on that either. But the way I deal with relationships now, though, 17 to know, what I do is I just deal with relationships as they come. I always broadcast this all the time, but I have not been monogamous for probably over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? There have been some times where I haven't been honest with my girlfriends that I've been non-monogamous, but I would say in the last 13 to 17 years, I've been pretty honest about me dealing with other women, right? You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, I just kind of feel like, hey, if I was to get it, look, I just kind of feel like if I really met a dope female who was really about to co-sign and she was willing to help me fucking with my YouTube channel, and she wasn't gonna tell me she wasn't trying to tell me to get off YouTube and shit like that. And she understood and she was willing to co-sign to, send my program and everything else I have behind YouTube and shit like that. I will probably just, as long as it's beneficial for the both of us, I'm getting bedtime fun. She's getting bedtime fun. She might get a few dollars and some benefits. Shit, she might give me a few dollars and some benefits. Not that I need that from her per se, but maybe she's getting something else that's worth more than, saying some few dollars. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she make me save my money and I don't have to go and, fuck with, You know what I'm saying? A weaker bitch. Not saying I won't have another bitch, but at least at that point, at least if you have a solid chick on your team, at least at that point, it's like, okay, well, at least it's a standard for the other hoes to go meet at, right? Well, I don't know. That's just a thought. 17 says I could love for a girl and treat her right, but I know everything is on a day-to-day basis. As soon as I see things that don't go her way, she's gonna show her ass. Situations are at best. Facts. So with that being said, let's go back to Russell. Let's go back to Russell Simmons' niece. Here we go.
Often, and it's really hard for me, I would say, to date too, because I feel like the woman that people watch, they fantasize who that is, and they don't know me. So then maybe, and I'm not speaking specifically on him, I'm saying in general, like, then you get in a relationship with me and you're like, oh, I thought you were like this. I'm like, bro, like, that was like 5 seconds of my life. Like, this is who I am. Right. You know what I mean? And not that that's a bad thing, but you can have a fantasy of what a girl is, like, and then, like, you get them and they're a bit different.
What is the fantasy of you?
I don't know. I might need to get a guy in here and interview him, because I have had a lot of guys that said, like, they, like, oh, I have a crush or I like you. And I'm just like, well, what does that mean? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Based
like,
on what? Like, what part
you sure you like me?
Yeah.
Do you know? You know what I mean? But I think that's a hard part for me, is like growing up on TV from 17 and now is like, you think that's who I am, and who I really am is like this way versus that way or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's an interesting, it's interesting.
No, totally.
Yo. From an old 304 to a young 304, game recognized game. All right? Game recognized game. Kimberly Reese says, it's hard to get into a relationship. A lot of men play games. Well, guess what? Think about it. The men who don't play games, you're probably not really into them, Kimberly. I want you to agree or disagree with me with that statement I made. You might not be into guys who are straight up with you. You might like a little bit of game playing. Because if a dude might come at you with intent, you know what I'm saying? You might get dry down there. Now, 17th says, I agree with you about that, Kelly West. I don't want an angel. I done seen it and done it all too much. I want a couple of bras that we are happy and we're just around each other. Well, hey, that comes with satisfying them financially as well. JJ Diesel Cowboy Travers says, not all men play games. I don't play games. I have serious trust issues. The gender war and feminist harlots have no clue at Kimberly Reese. 17 says, Kimberly Reese, you know what? You are right. A lot of us men do play a lot of games. And then Kimberly Reese says, yes, that is true. Which part? Because, there's a lot of, everybody was all kind of saying, everybody was speaking facts. You know how we in the right spirit do. Everybody was talking their shit, and everybody all had a valid point from their own perspective, right? Now, 17 says, believe me, as a man that didn't play games, a lot of bras played big games with me. Facts. Yep. Hey, and Mess says, what is Alpha Mess strategy says? He says, either you bring the drama or she'll bring the drama.
It's different. I've never had, none of my friends deal with this type of mess. You are, because you get to meet someone and that's who they are, and you don't have no prejudgment to it. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like automatically your run's daughter, you want to see this, that, like, it's just mad things that, you think automatically come with it, and it'd be like, nah.
That's not my life.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? You were talking about how people had a fantasy of you.
Yeah.
Right? There was also like a level of fantasy put on this relationship.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And it was, number one, the way he came at you, and then it actually happened, and then...
Wait. Hold up. Wait a goddamn freaking minute. That's a lie. He put it out there and it did not just fucking happen. It took 8 goddamn motherfucking years for this nigga to even fucking get a whiff of this motherfucking pussy.
This
sister's a sick Negro.
Yo, see how women be trying to, like, they be trying to rewrite the story, bruh?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yo, you gotta watch them, man. They are not slick. I see what you trying to do there.
It became a whole thing.
You're in the beautiful mansions with the dress and thing, and
right.
It's almost like there's expectations of the. I just wonder from
like
the
a fairy
inside,
tale, right?
did you feel like that too, or was that not how we perceived it? Did you perceive it that way?
I think everything has like what people see versus what it is, and we had a lot of great, beautiful like memories with like being together. I feel like, so what they seen was really happening in real time. You know what I mean? Or like any of the picture, like that's what was happening, and most definitely like we've had beautiful times. So,
but we only saw that. We didn't see it. That's the thing about social.
Hold up. So, yo, check this out. So, she says that they had beautiful times, right? I'm not saying that they didn't, right? But yo, I don't know if y'all heard. Word on the street is Angela Simmons removed Yo Gotti from her profile. Look. Where's Yo Gotti? She had pictures with Yo Gotti. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? Oh yeah, I can't. My bad. No wonder I'm just here looking crazy. Look, Angela Simmons account. Look. That was 2 days ago. 2 days ago, y'all. That was 5 days ago. Life is better when you stay in your own lane, stay in your own little world and just focus on yourself. Oh, look. Oh, okay. That was in June 10th, so she was still with Yo Gotti, I think. But look. All her pictures with Yo Gotti are gone. Now, y'all know a lot of these places that she's in pictures in, right? You know, she was probably with another dude. I don't know. Maybe not. But the bottom line is that, yo, she's saying that it was such a beautiful relationship, blah, 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 blah. Yet, she deleted that dude from his Instagram. I mean, shit, you go on my Instagram, and if y'all willing to dig far enough, y'all even see pictures of my ex-girlfriend still on there. You know, I might not be cool with them per se, but I mean, it is what it is. But to go and you remove pictures of them, damn, girl. You know what that sounds like to me? Angela Simmons, it sounds like
emotional damage.
Yeah, you hurting, girl. You're hurting. You done. Hey, you know what? And I truly believe, Angela Simmons, you officially dropped the bag, though, for real. You officially, yeah. Yeah, he's not gonna do this again. Yo. Angela Simmons, you ain't got a front for me, girl.
Stop the cap.
You ain't got a front for me. This is here. All right. JJD says these are truly the last days of biblical prophecies being fulfilled before our eyes, our very eyes. World War III and Armageddon in the same war is progress and not escalating at Kimberly Reese. And then 17 Mel says, at Kimberly Reese, I don't really care about a woman's honesty anymore. I don't worry about that. As long as we get along and we're together, I'm good with that. I already know what it is anyway. Kimberly Reese says, no, I believe in honesty. 17 Mel says, at Kimberly Reese, there are too many Simpson tricks out there and ninjas that will go over and above for a woman until she is his. So it's natural for a woman to go to the highest bidder. Facts. That's Simp Economics 101. Now, Miami Man is dropping by to show the support. Salute. I appreciate y'all. Yo, check out Miami Man on Instagram. Now, JJ Diesel says, I believe in mutual interest, respect, honesty, and loyalty. Otherwise, a relationship is a disaster waiting to happen. He then also says, 17 now says, Kimberly Reese, I am the type of man that will do good things for women, but I'm not a super negro, and that's what it takes for a woman to be happy these days when they can't get, when they can go get him. Facts. They think that they have all options until those options run out. 17th note says that Kimberly Reese, I am the type of man that doesn't ask for much, but if a woman does for me, that makes me want to do more. Facts. Oh shit, D Griff coming back through. Long time no see. Just finally caught up to the chat. I appreciate you. JJ Jesus says, I know there's a lot of wishes out there because I've seen a video of a black woman who admitted to being a witch, and she said there's a lot of them. That's confirmation in my eyes at Kimberly Reese. Facts. Facts. Now, what else I got for y'all boys? Because at this point, I don't even want to talk about them no more. I feel like Gotti's biggest mistake was getting with Angela Simmons in the first place, like seriously, like that, like flossing her. Because obviously he might change his mind unless they get back with each other. We're gonna see. I doubt it. I truly believe that he dodged the bullet, and he's glad he did. Now, look what this Spanish chick says about brothers. Check this out.
Hey, black men. Why do you have so much ego? No, seriously. You walk around like you invented gravity. Like the air gets thicker when you show up. Like you knew that we were going to look before you even said a word. And don't get me started on that walk. You know the one. At first I thought it was cocky, but now I see it for what it really is. It's confidence built from generations who had to fight just to survive. It's pride that says, I will not shrink for anyone. It's survival turned into style. It's knowing that you've got magic in your melanin, power in your presence, and fire deep within your soul, and not apologizing for any of it. And the best part, you bring all that energy into the world and you still find a way to make other people feel seen. You still know how to laugh from deep within your chest. You still protect, you nurture, you flirt, and you love with your whole heart. So yeah, black men might have a little too much ego, but I'd say they've earned almost every single bit of it. And I hope that you never dim that light for anyone. And this snow bunny right here, she's not here to dim your light. She's here to reflect it right back onto you. And keep walking like that crown is glued the fuck on. Let's be real. It is. Black men, if you are enjoying my sermons, please save them, share them to the other black men in your life. Comment, like.
Okay. We ain't gonna do all that. But other than that, I appreciate everything I just said.
Women love my skis, yes, it's magic, it's a blessing. When I die, I'ma go to Snow Bunny Heaven. Snow Bunny Heaven. Snow Bunny Heaven. Women love my ski, yes, it's magic, it's a blessing. Amen. When I die, I'ma go to Snow Bunny heaven. Snow Bunny heaven. Snow Bunny heaven. Snow Bunny heaven. That's my destination. Nose running snow bunnies in segregation.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Jay-Z Jesus says, I will not settle for less than a truly virtuous woman. You should read Isaiah chapter 13 because it's being fulfilled before our very eyes. At Kimberly Reese, 17th. And else says, Yo Gotti checked her off his checklist and they had a great run together and they might end up back dealing with each other again. It happens. It happens in real life. It happens in regular relationships. It can happen in that type of a situation. D. Griff says, did you see the video of the brother with 13 children and a white woman? The brother with the white woman.
Up in the clouds, are jealous.
Mean to be a bad influence, but we met in the club and now we're a family of 13. Look at this fucking science experiment they got going. Oh my god. I don't know if I approve. Can we get white couples to do this, please?
Yo, bruh.
What kind of shit is that?
Yo, that has to be comedy, bruh. That has to be comedy. D. Griff says, yeah, that's it. Wow. Damn. That's a lot of kids. And they met at the club, huh? Well, shit, what did they do? Meet in the club? Damn. When did they meet in the club? To have enough time to meet 13 kids. 17 now says I've come to the point in my life where I expect nothing and everything when dealing with a woman. Nothing would surprise me or disappoint me, which makes it so much easier for me. That's a good way to look about it too, G. Okay. Oh. Hear what this sister got to say. Check this out.
Nothing will make me lose respect for a man faster than to be in the presence of a man and he see me struggling as a woman or see any woman struggling and he won't even take his hands out of his pockets or lift his hands to help a lady. Zero respect for men like that. I was just now in a setting struggling to lift an office chair that was really heavy to get it from one place to the next place, and I had to lift it and carry it a short distance. Two men stood by in executive positions and watched me struggle to lift that chair and watched me struggle to carry that chair to where it needed to be to return it to less than, it was a very short distance back to its proper place. Zero respect. I have zero respect for men who will watch a woman struggle. If men will stand by and watch you struggle, even in lifting a chair, they will stand back and watch you struggle in other areas of your life. When it comes to women, children, and senior citizens, I have a soft place in my heart for those three populations because they are the weakest populations on the face of the earth. To watch a senior citizen, a woman, or a child struggle, and as a man you do nothing, I have zero respect for any man who will watch a woman struggle and do nothing to help her. It says volumes about your character. Volumes.
Interesting. Your righteous fear. What do we feel about what she had to say?
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
This woman let feminism keep her from having a man, okay? Because, you know, Y'all can say whatever y'all want about her, right? But somebody thinks that she's attractive. Somebody thinks that she's, someone thinks that that's a sweet Sunday. All right. But guess what? Her stuck up old feminist ass probably, doesn't want to bow down to a man. See, here's the thing. What feminists, feminists are not even truly feminists, because to be a feminist, you want to completely compete against a man. But see, these new age feminists, they want a man to still do the heavy lifting, but then still relinquish power. Why? I don't make no sense. If I'm in a warehouse and you have to be a big, strong man to move shit in a warehouse, why are we making the lady the manager? I mean, she could be a managing secretary. Why does she have to be the manager if it's the men doing all the heavy lifting and I know the business? So, in her case, ma'am, what you should have done was you should have got you a man. But guess what? You said that you didn't need a man, right? So guess what? That's your ass.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
It ain't our fault that now you're old and now you can't secure a strong man to go help you out. You made a decision. Now, is he here? 17 said, oh, D-Griff says, yeah, that's it. 17 says is all about having a great time when you are together. So when it's over, no, I feel cheated or played. Bingo. I believe transparency goes a long way. Shit. It's like, I hate to say this, but it's like when a chick is very transparent with you, you ain't got no problem but to be, respected. D-Griff says, if you don't ask, I don't help. Facts. Plus, why couldn't her husband come and help her out? Oops, I forgot that feminism inside her wouldn't let her submit to a man. JJD just says feminism is a failure, LOL. Hey, hello. Obvious fact. You know what I'm saying? Especially with her situation, it clearly shows feminism failed with that one situation alone. 17th says apparently she has never heard about women feeling like men are creeps or men are predators. Facts. JJD says the Me Too movement and feminism are, he says the Me Too movement and feminism are why a lot of men don't bother to help women. Now this is just turning on their wicked, haughty servants. Oh, well, facts. Hey, facts. I can't even deny that. Facts. Facts. Look what Corey Holcomb got to say.
A lot of times when you are a gentleman, you want to make the woman around you happy. Right. So eventually she can be in charge because you want her to be happy, because it's difficult to be around her when she's upset all the time. Go ahead now. So that's why you let a lot of things go and you wind up, you know what I'm saying, be like, hey, whatever you want to watch. Right, right. Because you don't want the drama that come with it. So that's why when you had the girls on the side, you can relive your fantasy of being the man again.
Go ahead now.
Because your side girl, you be like, you ain't eating no popcorn.
Right. Do you suggest every man have a side girl?
Yes.
There you go, bro.
I think it's unrealistic to just be with one lady unless you are elderly.
Right. Now, do you allow your lady to have a side guy?
That's insane.
Right, okay.
That's an abomination.
Right, okay, all right.
Shout out to Corey Holcomb for speaking of real facts, G. All facts, no lie, bruh. No lie. I forgot what this is, but I'm about to play it.
I don't have anything against people who date interracially because I used to. But
Here we go. Hold up. Here we go.
I heal with you. I don't have anything against people who date interracially because I used to. But black man, I want to heal with you. I want to help you mend your wounds, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I want to grow with you because I believe there is nothing more that I need than to help a Black man mend his family. There have been so many years that have gone by that have tried to rip us apart because there is nothing more powerful than a healed version of our heart. I want to mend with you. I want to break bread with you. I want to create life with you. There is nothing that you and I can't do when we are energetically in sync because Black man, it is our power. It is our essence. It is our inner strength. We are so powerful individually, but there is nothing that we can't do collectively. I want to walk beside you every single day within my life, not just online, but in real life. I want to grow with a Black man.
Silence, you funny fool!
I want to live with a Black man. I believe that a healed version of you and me.
Man.
This is a sick Negro. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Man, no one's trying to hear all that motherfucking Dr. Umar fucking fake ass bullshit. You yourself said that you dated interracially. Look, I have no problem with any Black woman dating interracially, but I don't want to hear this black pride, Black love talk, this kumbaya, all this shit. This bitch ain't gonna be saying that shit when she at the child support court, get alimony and fucking child support off your Black ass. So don't be fucking falling for that bullshit, man. I couldn't even sit down and even listen to that shit for too damn goddamn long, bro. Now, where did I leave off at? Let's see here. Where are we at? Okay. D. Griff says pass. 17 Nelson, stop claiming women and have few female friends with benefits because they all have rosters. A man for every occasion and purpose. Stop having all these expectations. I totally agree with that. Hey, I totally agree with that sentence. I think when you keep the expectations low, then it's just like, okay, icing on the cake if it's anything else, right? So I definitely agree with that.
He ain't lying.
Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, I thought this was funny.
Let me see what you got.
Get your real ass up out of here. Don't cry now. Look, you better get his little ass. Get his little ass up out of here.
Shake that ass. Shake that ass.
Hell nah. But yo, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. Once again, it's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. I hope y'all have a good night. Stay safe. All right, y'all. Peace. Have a good night. I bless y'all. I appreciate y'all. Gone.